Good morning. This is week 17, day 5. Saul rejected. So, King Saul, he's getting, he's going about his business. He's making war a lot. He's defeating the enemies because everyone seems to be wanting to fight Israel. And he's doing a good job, too. Well, they're getting ready for another battle. And before they do the battle, they're going to offer a sacrifice to God, so God will bless them in the battle. So Saul goes and calls on Samuel, says, "Hey, Samuel, come over here and offer the sacrifice for us." Samuel's like, "Okay." Hey, and they sit there and they waited. And they waited. And Samuel wasn't there. He still hadn't showed up yet. So Saul's like, I know, I'll get everything ready. So he builds the altar, gets everything. Still, no Samuel. And Saul kept going at it, and he's like, "Man, what do I do?" He's like, "I really got to get going. We need the daylight." Finally, Saul's like, "You know what? I'm king. I've been anointed. I know it's not my job, but I'll say it's my job." And Saul went, and he offered the sacrifice. And it's not long right after he offered the sacrifice, it's still burning. Samuel walks up and says, "Hey, what's going on?" And Saul's like, "Oh, I thought you weren't coming. I already did it. I offered the sacrifice." And Samuel looked at him right there and says, "That right there, that is why God has rejected you. Because you're doing it your way, not his way." And right then, Saul was rejected by God. And he stayed king for a little while longer. It's done. And Saul went on to become king, but Samuel left Saul, and God quit talking to Saul. And Saul was completely on his own. He's like, "You gonna do it on your own? God sometimes will leave you on your own." So Samuel, God goes later, God sends Samuel over to Jesse's house. And Jesse, God told me that one of your sons will become king, is to be the new king. And Jesse's like, "All right, cool." And he goes and he gets his sons, and he brings a bunch of his sons in. All 7 of his sons. Well, all but one. Brings 7 of them in and says, "Hey, here they are." Samuel looks at them, starts with the oldest, and then goes down and down the line. And 2 of them are playing hooky. And Samuel goes down the line, and God keeps saying, "Nope." And Samuel's like, "Oh, this one's strong." So that, "Nope." "Ah, this one's a good fighter." "Nope." "This one looks like a leader." "Nope." "This one's good with computers." "Nope." Went all the way down the line. And God said, "Nope, nope, 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 nope," to all the kids. And Samuel, he's getting confused. He's like, "All right, I know God sent me here." And then God says, "No" to everybody. He turns to Jesse. He's like, "Jesse, is this all your boys?" And Jesse's like, "Well, there is one more, but he's just a kid. He's out taking care of the sheep. He's a shepherd. We're leaving him out there." And Samuel's like, "Better call him, bring him in." So they go in to get David. David comes in, and Samuel sees David and says, "That's the one." Everyone's like, "What? David? No. He's too young. He's the baby of the family. No. He ain't be him." And Samuel's like, "God's spoken, it's him." So Samuel goes, pours the anointing oil all over David, and says, "David, you will be the next king." But He didn't put a crown on his head because Saul was still king. And Samuel's like, God's going to teach you everything you know to be how to become king. And God likes you. In fact, David was said to be a man after God's own heart. So we find out later some more about David. What happens to David next week. So, but see what's our lessons? Well, Saul learned, or should have learned, you do it God's way. Don't keep trying to do things your way. Because Saul ended up losing his own life, his son's life, his family lost the throne, and Saul wasn't able to become Saul's family did not carry on the king. Okay, and later we'll find out the kingdom of Israel went to David and David's family. You know, over here, even God knows what He's doing. God looks on the heart. God looks on the inside. He's not worried about the outside so much. He does a little bit. The outside reflects the inside. But God knows what the inside is. And God's like, hey, God's looking at you. And you. And you in there. And you over there in the corner. And saying, hey, I see potential in you. Now, you may not be king of a country, but I see potential. And I'm going to give you a fulfilling life if you'll just follow me. So, till next week, we're going to find out. Monday's our Bible study, right? Or no holidays. Yeah. See you Monday. We'll go back to our Bible study. And then next week we'll learn about what happens with David. So you guys have a good day, good weekend. Bye.